Old is the new movie that is written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it stars a family that decides to go on a vacation down to a beach that they had found online, and then as they get down to this said beach, they realize that their bodies are changing at a very rapid rate, and it's a very horrific event because they're trying to figure out what's going on, and this leads to just a bunch of mysteries that they have to uncover, and quite frankly, this is M. Night Shyamalan being M. Night Shyamalan. Now, M. Night Shyamalan is a very roller coaster kind of a director. He has a lot of good movies, he has a lot of bad movies. For every split that he has The Happening. For every Sixth Sense that he has Avatar: The Last Airbender. So it's really hard for some people to watch a movie or see a trailer from a movie and then see the name M. Night Shyamalan on there as a director or writer and then think, wow, this is going to be really good. Because this one is very much not good. M. Night Shyamalan really outdid himself in a way because the source material, albeit it's from a graphic novel, so it's not entirely his idea, but the concept of it was very interesting and I really wanted to see what he could do with it. But when he executed everything, it just fell apart. Generally speaking, you have very poorly written dialogue between characters that are just unnatural, and it's very hard to get engaged with it, especially the children. The children don't talk in a way that a child would, and you get very little information about everybody for the most part. That's a pretty big thing that M. Night Shyamalan hasn't done very well in certain movies, especially in this one. The character development is just thrown out the window half the time, and it's very hard for me to get invested in a movie that so desperately needs the character development because it's in a secluded, isolated incident, and you spend so much time with this family that it's like, I don't understand, like, you have to have some sort of character development here. You have to have some sort of connection in this, otherwise I'm just going to get bored and I don't care. Also, he just doesn't even follow his own rules with the island. There's a lot of scenes in there where I'm like expecting something to happen and then something else happens and I'm like, but the rules that were set up before don't necessarily justify the means. It's just a lot of shit happens and it just doesn't really flow naturally, and it makes me question everything that's being put on the screen. Also, the camera work sucks. The technical aspect of this movie is horrendous. There is so many shots in this movie that are blurry, like framed poorly, and I just watch it and I go, how did this make it out of post? This movie just feels so rough and amateurish, and I don't understand what the direction he was going for. And as many M. Night Shyamalan movies do have, there is a twist in this movie that I think is horrific. I think this movie had a twist at the beginning of it, and I was like, you know what? That was very interesting. I kind of enjoyed that. And then they twisted the twist, and it brought nothing, and it made me even more pissed off at him because it's like, wow, you really had something going for you there, and you just made it fall apart. There's a couple of good scares in this movie, not enough to justify the entire movie to be good. Unfortunately, M. Night Shyamalan disappoints yet again with another movie, and quite frankly, I think he needs to rethink his ideas for films, whether he just wants to direct them or just wants to write them, because honestly, this isn't working out as well as you thought it would be, buddy. I'm going to give Old 1 star. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all next time.